sky so wide. England's pride and Irish tides. True friends we are no matter space. Heart to heart in digital pace. Screens may stand but spirits close. United bonds everyone knows. Virtual hugs so real they feel. Togetherness is our ideal. Love across the aisles we share. In the ether here and there. Click of a button, worlds apart. Yet we hold you in our hearts. Messages in a bottle sent over waves of internet. Friendship tied with unseen thread in our hearts. These words are spread. England's rain and Ireland's green. In our screens, a glowing scene. We laugh, we cry, we never part. Fingers tap, but it's our heart. Love across the aisles we share. In the ether here and there. Click of a button, worlds apart. Yet we hold you in our hearts. Hold you in our hearts.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? Lee, good to see you. Good. How's everybody doing? Hope we're all doing well. On this Thursday evening. Yeah, big shout out to Val Kilmer's family. Very sad to hear it, of his passing. One of my favorite actors of all time. Very sad that he passed away due to pneumonia. I think it was. Did he say he was 64? If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, big news there today about Donald Trump and his big news today about Donald Trump and his tariffs. Yeah. I don't know whether you guys have seen the latest series in Knight Rider. I think it was the early 2000s that it came out. But one of my favorite roles that he done. You have, of course, Doc Holliday in Tombstone, and of course the Iceman himself, in Top Gun. I'm doing okay. Yeah, sorry, I was missing there for a while. I was doing some Blackwatch. Good to see. There's Night Rider series real the Huff. Yep, there was. And I believe the person that played Car was was it Peter? Let me just double check that. Transformers voice. Or Optimus Prime voice, I should say. Optimus fictional. Played by. Who's he played by? Give me a look. Peter Cullen. I know it was Peter something. I couldn't think. But yeah, yeah, that's Kit's counterpart, basically. Big fan of the series. Like I seen the movie. I believe it was 92, if I'm not mistaken, 93, 92, somewhere. Very good, very good. I followed that series. Like, I think there was 4 seasons originally, and then there was a movie came out. It was a Knight Rider 2000 or something like that, and then you had the series, which is the early 2000s. Great series. As going back to what I was saying about the tariffs, we got hit with 20%. You might ever come up for 10. Absolutely, no problem. You're more than like, yeah, that's why I throw the link out there. Like, everybody's welcome to come up. You know. Music, talking more. That's what we're here for. Have a bit of banter, a few laughs, telling about the news stories, etc., etc. Yeah, just press the link up the top there, and you're all good. Ladies and gentlemen, please. You. Yeah, there you go.
Hello,
there you
sir.
go, Lee. Hello, sir.
You again, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Just keeping on, as they say.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Blackwatch.
Yeah. Oh, Blackwatch is here as well.
Hey, Eddie.
Lee, your signal is very bad, just to let you know.
Beg pardon?
Mine or
Lee.
Blackwatch?
Lee, you.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah. Oh, so let me move to my... Hello, Blackwatch. All right. I'm just going to move to my bedroom. We've got unfortunately we have a power outage, mate. We've had it since Monday evening, so
sorry.
everything's a little bit all over the place. Is that a bit better, mate?
Yeah, it's a lot better. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we've had a power outage. So we live in an apartment block, and in the cellar at the bottom, there's a beauty salon and a restaurant, and they've had a cannabis grow in the cellar, and they got busted by the police. So National Grid have cut the power to the whole building. So we haven't had power since, I think it was Monday night. It went off.
Jesus.
What a beauty parlor's got to grow up? Is that what you said?
yeah, literally, mate. But the electricians are downstairs now trying to reconnect it all. So hopefully tonight we'll have some power.
Gives a new meaning to say, do you like your hair dryer on high? Yeah,
It's been a crazy few days, like.
oh, why not?
You know, I was talking with Steve yesterday. Mirror. I was on his panel for a little bit, and he has access to electricity and water, and I'm living in an apartment, and we didn't even have that.
Well, I mean, it's all around the island where he is, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I've been having to go to the pub. I've been waking up and going to the bar just so I can get a cup of coffee and charge my phone up.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man.
You kind of think the power company would kind of go, those 2 units there, cut the power. No, take the whole grid down.
So what had happened was they tapped in. So the salon and the restaurant are obviously below where we live, where everybody lives in this building, and they tapped into electricity, and they've been using our electricity, and we obviously didn't know that.
Yeah.
So they were connected to our meter. And so they literally snipped it. There was no wire, there's no power at all. So until they released the paperwork, we weren't allowed to have anything. So
it's not the first time I've heard this story, even here, where they cut into the power like that, and then they got to sort it out. Becomes a real mess.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy because obviously there's people in here that obviously there's 9 apartments in here, and there's people in here that have got obviously health. I mean, I've got health conditions and that, but there's people that are far worse off than myself. There's one guy, he's had like 3 heart attacks in the past year, and he relies on like oxygen and stuff like that. And there's newborn babies in the building, and nobody can cook, nobody can run water, nobody can take a shower. We can't do anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Living off candlelight, mate.
Crazy.
So much for we should have the right.
That actually happened in like in my first apartment. I was it was a bit of a story there. Like I was living on the north side, and they basically north side of Dublin, of course, and they cut the power for a short time, and the reason for it is because they want, like, the landlord, he wanted to get someone out, you know, so he cut the entire he cut the entire power to all the apartments.
Yeah.
So and there was a guy living down the basement, and he became, like, because he needed electricity that much, he became unalive.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
So it's like it's so vital, and like, I mean, the reason why like he wouldn't pay any electricity bill, he wouldn't pay anything, you know, any like rent or anything, like and that's why you wanted them out, but to go to that extreme, like unalive, like an unintentional person, like
Yeah, yeah,
like it's just crazy.
yeah. It's crazy the fact that uh, how much people actually rely on electricity, especially when you're in an apartment block, because
Yeah, especially if you have a back problem. Like have to have one all the time. Like
yeah,
like because um like just like to sit up and you know
mm,
it's crazy.
yeah, it's not good. It's yeah, it's a
Hey,
bit of a
Bonnie.
messy situation. So, but it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. It's just unfortunate the fact that, and we've got an incompetent landlord, mate. And personally, I don't fucking like the guy. I can't stand him. I have a genuine hate for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. They're like they're more about their ego.
Yeah, they are. This guy is anyway. He's next level though, but I see through his bullshit, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was on Steve's panel last night, and while I was talking to him, there was two guys trying to break in downstairs into the salon so they could get all their stuff back. So I fucking went down and then started filming all their cars and that, filling their cars up with like paraphernalia and shit. You know what I mean? Mad, fucking mad times. I mean, I have no issue with people doing what they do to earn their bread and butter. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I heard about a week or two ago, Heathrow was taken offline for over, 3 days because the power went out? Could
Like,
the
yeah,
I
mad
heard about
airport. Well, I think there's a plane coming into Heathrow Airport every 90 seconds. Apparently, I think it's Heathrow. That might be Gatwick. Yeah,
well, any international airport is about like that, like they say. Every
yeah,
90, minute and a half to 3 minutes, a plane comes in, so yeah, I heard an awful lot about Australian people weren't too happy. They got, shuffled out, but they got home okay. So, oh well.
So what's new? What's new with you then, Eddie? I've not seen you on for a while, mate.
Yeah, reason for that is because I've been having a lot of legal issues. So
Everything good though? Are you doing all right? You're not in a situation or anything, are you?
it's as it turns out, the the company that I'm taking to court, they're basically like they're kind of mixing things. They're trying to confuse things, and it's a complicated story, but like
Yeah, you don't have to go into it though, mate. If you don't want to, I don't want you to
yeah,
start.
it's my channel. I can pretty much do anything I like.
Yeah, yeah, but it's whether you feel. I mean,
Yeah,
you need to feel comfortable, obviously, talking about it. Mate, so,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
So basically, um, yeah, I've been 6 years trying to get disability, trying to get invalidity payments, and the like, and with the company that I work for, which was the post office, they basically tried to stonewall everything, and where they lost paperwork, they tried to cover their own ass. They've falsified reports. You like any deplorable thing that you could possibly think of, they have done. So this has become a constructive, what's known as a constructive lawsuit,
Yeah,
whereby like now it wasn't known at the time, like until last September, whereby I got an MRI done on my back, and it turns out that I have like severe chronic sciatica at the base of my spine.
yeah. It's a killer as well, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fucking bitch. I've tried physio. I've tried a few examinations. I tried epidural needles.
Yeah, they did that to me as well. You know.
But I tend to go for like holistic medicine, which is basically magnesium and a thing called curcumin, which is a natural painkiller.
It helps your digestive system as well, though, magnesium, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And it covers all the stress and anxiety and like any depression that you may have as well. But where it is at the moment is like the company tried to confuse things, and they said, oh well, leave all your medical, like any further medical things, leave them all to the chief medical officer. Now, like they get, like in the last couple of weeks they've been giving me either the chief medical officer, which I don't want because he's lied, he's falsified reports, he's lost paperwork, everything else. I don't want them involved at all.
So is the medical officer that you're dealing with, is that through your company? Is this the guy through your company, or is this through the government agency that
through the company?
Yeah, you'll find with companies, especially like governmental companies, what they'll do is they'll have their own private sort of medical team that will assess you based on what they want to assess you on. So they'll falsify it anyway, regardless of
the government done that as well. They've done their own investigations, and like they found like the same thing. So like I've been saying for about 6 years like that's something wrong with me. When back in September, like I got an MRI that says like there is something wrong with me. That I do have severe chronic sciatica at the base of my spine. So like now they're beginning to acknowledge that. Like after, like, I mean, it's only been 6 years since they like since they now acknowledge it. I'm still fighting it.
It's a long time, that.
Yeah, so I'm still fighting it, and like like my lawyer or solicitor is basically just saying like we're done with this. We've had enough, you know. Enough is enough. They're not even responding to the solicitor, like the company. I'm saying.
Oh, could you not get sort of like a tribunal service in place? So basically, what would happen here is, because I had to go through this with my dad. So obviously he can't walk properly, so he requires an aid to be able to walk, and obviously he's got medical records and that to prove that he's not lying or his condition, and then he obviously sent all his paperwork to like the DWP so that he could get a disability allowance, but they obviously told him that you weren't entitled to claim it, and then he was like, well, hold the fuck on a minute, I've got all this, how can you make that decision based off of what you think, even though you've got all the evidence. So it's kind of like a medical professional for us. I don't know. You don't have the NHS over there, do you?
Well, we have the what is the HSE.
Yeah. So is that your sort of like
Yeah,
equivalent of the
it's
NHS?
NHL, HSE, same thing.
Yeah. So basically, even with their evidence, the government told my dad that he weren't able to claim disability and stuff. And I was like, hold the fuck on a minute. How can you say that based off a form that's filled out, even though you've got all this? And then obviously we took them to a tribunal, and then that was it. It went to court, and my dad didn't even have to turn up to court. They just said, we're not even going to fucking entertain it, pay them the money. Do you know what I mean? It seems very unfair. At times, it seems like you need to know how to play the system so that you're able to get what you can get. The people that claim disability benefits that shouldn't really even be on them. Do you know what I mean?
It's all about the government's policies, you know.
Yeah.
Like I mean, every government has a different policy, but and I mean, you have a great I mean, there was a time that you guys had I mean, your the system it just didn't work.
Yeah.
But I mean, now it's flourishing, you know.
Yeah, I think we're.
I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's
no. Well, our country used to be it used to be prided on the NHS. Do you know what I mean? The healthcare system was fucking brilliant, mate. 40 years ago, and now it's an absolute shambles. Do you know what I mean? It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a genuine joke. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are fucking dying, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
They're losing their lives for incompetent people. Do you know what I mean? It's the same as like governmental sort of people that are in charge. So,
and it's funny all the same. If you do your research right on each and every politician that's in the government, they're not fitted for their roles.
No, they're not. No, they're not. I mean, you only have to look at the last track record for the past 10 years for our country. I mean, anybody that has Boris Johnson in charge.
I call him Boris, buy me a drink.
What a fucking guy that was. I mean, that guy will go down as a legend.
That's what he was like our version of Cowan, you know, like Brian Cowan, you know. He fucking he ran the government from the fucking bar, like.
Yeah, literally, mate. Yeah. Well, I hope you get everything sorted, Eddie, mate, because it doesn't sound like a good situation to be in. I mean,
I mean, as I say, the union and I recently called the company out, and we basically says, I tell you, it says, I haven't got any new information, but if you could give me all the information that I have sent you, right, I greatly appreciate it. Thanks very much. And they still haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
So they've been caught out, basically. So I mean, that's from the union point of view. That's from the legal point of view.
Yeah.
The legal point of view, we want to take them to court, because they're not responding to us, and so I mean, there's a legal issue there. I mean, you have to engage with the company. The company has to engage with the legal team, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it'll get to a point where eventually they'll just be served a notice to turn up at court, and then if they don't turn up at court, whoever's responsible will get summoned.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for? A lump sum or month to month, long term?
I think what will happen there eventually is that if you
You
do
see?
potentially if you do win, they will pay it all in one lump sum
Yeah.
because they have to back pay it, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
They wouldn't.
this has fucking destroyed my mental health. Everything.
Yeah, mate.
Like it's changed it's turned my life upside down. Like it really has, you know. And like I mean, as regards to like the social welfare, I have kind of like I'm kind of making some headway there. Um, like I'm trying to get invalidity. So it's basically like it's kind of like the like the US like you know tax credits.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of on those lines. But yeah, I'm picking away at them, and like I'm doing the best I can under the circumstances, you know. But
Yeah.
Was this a union position? Just curious.
well, I'm tackling my at three fronts, you know, like the union, the legal stuff, and the social welfare.
Because I worked for de Havilland Aircraft. Apparently September 20 something 2022. After all that time, they're out of business. They're gone. But I had one hell of a ride over and over and over again with the union, with who I had to work with, right?
Yeah.
I worked with a drunk and I worked with some guy because the job, long story short, when I went there, you operated a computer, you put the stuff in, you fixed, you did it all. Well, this was split between group 7 and 9. And there's this English guy on straight days because he had a heart attack or something, you know, pipe smoking and you know, one of these Englishmen blah, 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 when he stands up. But I had an issue where I needed like straight, you know, to go back to work. I couldn't get it. And here's this guy, had it for years. How the hell did he get it? And I worked with a drunk that came in on midnight and slept for 5 hours until I got him screwed up that he had to take a pill. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm not saying it's you. You're getting done. But I've seen the other side of it where they're protected.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like it's a case of like you don't hate the player, you hate the game. Do you know what I mean? You've got to know how to play the game, and unfortunately, that's the fucking that's the shit end of it because
It is.
there's literal people that are there that shouldn't be entitled to any sort of benefit, like especially disability, but yet they get it because they're managing to fucking play the system. And then there's people with genuine, obviously, problems that can't get it, and then they have to go through the whole process of going to court or tribunals or having to go through the stress because they've not been paid for years. You know what I mean? And then they get it all backdated, but that doesn't help your stress. Do you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't.
Because when they finally said to me, the president wants security put in on multiple mainframes. Do you want the job outside the union? I couldn't grab it quick enough. I wanted out of the union.
I think, do you know what makes it worse though? Is that if you were part of a union as well and you still can't get what you need, because that's what your union reps are for. They're there to fucking help you.
Yeah, they're basically like a bridge between like the company and yourself. You know, like they're supposed to be your line of defense. Like that's how it always was.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I started, they had a card called Plant Rules. And right on it, it said, any infraction against this type of behavior, you're gone, period. Well, they had hydro tunnels, you know, like tunnels between the plants. At Christmas time, they found about 4 or 6 guys and they're drunk out of their mind with whiskey. The union kept them working.
Yeah.
I go, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I tell you, like I've been having a conversation with the union, and I tell you, what's coming for our post office. I mean, oh my god, like it'll scare you, you know.
Yeah.
Like I mean, and I'm like, and I know, like the British Post, they have like the same union,
Yeah.
and I tell you what like like if we're going to get hit, like yous are going to get hit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The union for the Royal Mail is fucking. It's probably they're probably one of the worst representatives you could ever have for any company whatsoever. I had a mate that worked for them, and they had a massive job cut, but because they went on strike, they tried to sack a load of people. And anyway, he accepted a redundancy payout, and it turned out that they offered him less than he was actually entitled to. So he accepted around about 15 grand. And I think
Yeah.
this was about 10 years ago. And he should have been entitled to 27.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What were you talking about earlier with 20%? You talking about tariffs against Ireland or something?
Yeah. We're like I think Britain's getting hit 10%, if I'm not mistaken. But like like this is all Trump tariffs, you know.
He backed off. Sorry. Go ahead, Lee.
No, go on, Black. What's your back, mate?
Like 20%, like for all European Union members. Like,
Yeah.
across the board.
I mean, I lost my dad decades ago, but he worked over 30 years for Customs and Excise. The book was 3 inches thick. But the whole point, how can I put it?
And you know who started this? Zelensky. He started this entire fucking thing.
The
Like,
thing is, though, is that he's
because
you know,
if he just said right, I'm gonna sign this deal, like I can't even remember what it is now, but I'm gonna sign this deal and be done with it, you know, instead of just like opening his big trap, you know, like we wouldn't be suffering this.
the thing is, though, it affects us all. But I think, I mean, I don't dislike the guy, but I also don't dislike Putin either. But Zelensky is well within his rights to sort of protect his people and his country. Now, if he were to join NATO, different story. Do you get what I mean? He'd be forced to accept it.
Yeah,
But they won't join NATO. They just want to remain an independent state, which is why Putin wants to take them back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it is what it is.
Are you talking about the rare earth mineral thing that Trump wanted to sign that?
Trump wants his fingers in everything, mate. Trump wants his fingers in everything. Everyone wants the fingers in everything. America wants to control the world. They want fucking everything. We were in Iraq, mate. We shouldn't have even been in Iraq.
Yeah, but Eddie, you've got to be
None of
fair.
our fucking business. You make up the American government make up stories, kill their own people so that everybody can go to war. It's a fucking joke. And then the United States government sold Iraq's own weapons of mass destruction to Iraq so that they could defend themselves against Iran.
Yeah.
That's how fucking stupid it is. And then they were supplying them weapons and then calling them terrorists.
Like, to be fair, Eddie, are you aware?
I saw some shit. I did some shit. You know what I mean? And it's fucking inhumane.
Yeah.
There was no reason for any of us to be there at all.
No, but to be fair, Eddie, are you aware of the breakup of the USSR? What happened in, Ukraine?
Yeah, but it's the same as Yugoslavia as well. That broke up into 7 countries.
No, but when they broke up,
yeah. I was very young at the time, but I wouldn't know the full story.
when they broke,
I know some of it, but I don't know all of it.
when they broke away the Ukraine from the USSR, they inherited the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world. Only China and Russia were larger. The Western world, including the United States, said, get rid of it. We'll protect you. Yeah, but we're afraid Russia will invade us. Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Yeah.
Look at what Trump was on about. That man, you can't. If he gives you your word that he's going to buy you a donut and a coffee, you might as well just hunker down, and eat breadcrumbs. He's a liar, and he's also a fascist, in my opinion.
He's very good at getting what he wants, though. He don't fuck about, does he? Let's look. We
No,
can all agree on that.
Who's this?
That's all well in business. This is not business.
You? Yeah.
Anyway, it's obviously contentious. They're starting to get the backs up in the U.S. and the Congress and all that against them, so we'll see how long that goes.
Yeah, it's fucking mad. Mad times, man.
That's really, I don't know how you guys feel, Lee. I really don't. But as far as I'm concerned, everybody over here thinks Canada's pissed off because of tariffs. We could care less. It takes time for that to go through the system under certain conditions. We could care less. Throw 100% on. Who gives a shit?
Let me tell you something about tariffs. Nobody wins.
No, but that's not the point. That's not why we're pissed off. That's not it.
The thing is with terrorism, though, is that somebody always gets blamed for something that they didn't do. Do you get what I mean? So
yeah.
At what point does it become all right for somebody to massacre their own people and then send your country to a fucking other country for war to create acts of terrorism against something that they shouldn't have been doing anyway?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So who are the real terrorists?
Absolutely. And as it looked like the real terrorist, what was Zelensky?
I mean, don't get me wrong. These terrorists do exist. So things like Al Qaeda, ISIS, the Taliban, they all exist. They all exist, and they are terrorists. But then they also give them countries bad reputation when they're not. I mean, you guys have never been to Afghanistan. That country is fucking stunning. It's full of Greek structures. It's insane. It's so fucking beautiful. And then you go there and you destroy it. Destroy it for what? Because you want fucking money and oil. You know what I mean?
That's it. Hey, Fraser. Not too bad. Not too bad. How are you, love? Holy.
Fraser, hello. Nice to see you. Mrs. Magpie, hello as well. I know I said hello to you in chat. Yeah, crazy times. So, what treatment are they offering you, Eddie? Then with your sciatica and that, have they given you sort of like any acupuncture? Have you tried that? Or?
Yeah. I'm trying to do some acupuncture, holistic cupping.
Yeah. How does that? Have you tried that before? That holistic cupping, is that the hot cups that like suck your skin?
It is, yeah.
How was that? Is it uncomfortable?
It's actually good. It's really good. Like I love getting that done. You know.
Yeah. I had the acupuncture and I had mine, and it was awful.
Acupuncture is great. Yeah, like when you have the right person, it's amazing. You know.
Yeah, I had the only problem I had was
because the ones that I go to, like what they do is they put kind of heaters over it. And they kind of like, and it's so pleasant, you know. Like you can actually, like, yes, they're in you all right, like the pins, they're all in you, but it's like it makes you more comfortable.
Sorry, I think I'll let you finish, mate. I thought you finished.
It's like it makes you more comfortable, you know. Like you're sitting on there for about like an hour to 2 hours, something like that. But
Yeah,
it really is good. I'd highly recommend it to anybody.
yeah. The problem I had with acupuncture was because I've got a bullet scar at the bottom of my back. The muscles really tight. So when they was putting the needles in, I was almost tensing up, so I couldn't move.
Mm.
So I think I had it for maybe about 6 weeks, and then I couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah,
It's an absolute killer.
when you have the right one and it's like when you have the right acupuncturist, there's so many benefits to it, you know.
The last time, sorry, go ahead.
I love doing it. Great.
I was going to say that the last, more or less the only time, but the last time, many decades ago when I had acupuncture, you know, you got the bench and you put your nose between, you know, you lay on your belly. And all of a sudden, the guy had about 20 or 30 years experience. And I can feel them going in. And he goes, oh, and I said, what's wrong? My muscles shot the thing 10 feet away near the door. You had to go looking for the needle. It didn't work.
I was quite impressed the first time I went though, because I didn't really know what to expect. And the nurse, she was just like, she just got these needles, and I was sat on a chair, so I had to lean forward. And she was just like, she just put them in my back, and I thought, oh, is that it? I were expecting them to be like properly, carefully, you know, place them and stuff. And she just like darts, just sticking them in my back.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Like I mean,
Yeah.
it's nothing to them, you know.
I had better luck with the chiropractor. You know what I mean? Like with one, the guy and his buddy were just out of school, and he was the best one I ever had in about 15 years. One guy almost crippled me, but anyway, a long time ago.
So how was it out in Canada, Blackwatch? Because I was speaking to Vicky a couple of days ago, and she said that there was a massive ice storm, and it knocked all the power out where she was.
I heard about that.
She's Kingston is on the east side of Lake Ontario.
Yeah. But she posted some pictures, and there was trees all over the floor.
Yeah,
so it looked quite to do it, to be honest.
I went to Reading, Pennsylvania with a truck with 6 race cars, and that's where we came out to Canada, then went west. That's a totally different weather pattern there to where, you know, what I'm used to. But yeah, you're right. It can be ice storms and everything. It can be pretty bad. I don't pay attention because that's like 1,000 miles away or something, right?
Oh, is she that far away from you? Is she? That's longer than the UK. That
She is now. She's about 800 to 1,000 miles east.
we consider like driving the length of the UK a massive distance, and then you live that far away from where Vicky is, and it's considered it's nothing to you, really, is it?
And she's also quite a ways north. So, you know, yeah, we could get ice storms, that's for sure. But
Mrs. Magpie, no, it's not back on yet. We actually have the electricians downstairs trying to sort something out. So hopefully tonight I can make a cup of tea in my own gaff. Right, Eddie, Blackwatch, I'm going to jump off because I'm going to go and charge my phone up.
yeah, I guess you.
All right, it's good to talk to you again, Lou.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Thank you for having me on, mate. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to see you back. Anyway, I hope everything goes well.
Yeah, cheers.
No worries. Take it easy, mate. Blackwatch, have a good night, mate.
You too. Take care, Lee.
See you later, guys. Cheers.
Take care, mate.
You want to go, Eddie? I can let you go. Thanks for having me up.
No, you're all right.
Oh, I didn't know what.
Like I've just started, so it's all good.
No, I,
I was just telling the nice folks here about what's been going on about like between Val Kilmer, the Trump tariffs, and what's going on in my life.
he's. It, it, there's a video around. You remember Ronald Reagan in the 80s? He was president.
Yeah,
There's a video of him in an address he did. Just kind of, he's the one that said that most 9 hated words in the world. Hello, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. But he did one where he said on tariffs, he said in the beginning they make sense of protection, right? But in the long run, they do more damage than good. He proposed to Canada free trade. We accepted it to some degree. That man, this guy's crazy. He's completely out of his mind.
yeah.
And it just like,
Just to sort out his own ego. That's what. I mean, that's why you wanted fucking Canada.
well, we're very effective. Like we can't, like they say, well, you're just pissed off because of this. I say to them, no, I don't want to live to fascist Germany, number 2.0, south of the 48. And that's where it's coming to.
Yeah.
He stepped on the 1st, 4th, 8th, 16th, and 22nd Amendment of the United States, like he just burned them. But I go on some panels, I've given up, Eddie. There's some Americans, they get it. They kind of see, like, where does this end with ICE and all that?
Yeah.
And the other ones go, well, they haven't told us yet. I go, what do you mean told you? Hitler never told anybody. Goebbels did it. And I just go, I give up. Goodbye. Right?
Yeah.
It's Elon Musk. There's 3 right-wing white supremacist groups in Germany. The 3rd one down, Elon Musk puts in monthly articles to the fascists. Like, it's right there, So, I mean, it's more than that, Eddie. It's more than the terrorists. It's more than, but I don't know.
I'm not surprised, or I would be.
I mean, it's just, and here, because of Elon Musk's mother, May Musk, he was in, South Africa. He got his Canadian citizenship, which got him into the U.S. There's a petition going around to revoke his citizenship here. But anyway, I don't know what to do the UK in that, but they must think he's a joke too, right?
Oh, he's unhinged, now. Like that, I mean, I personally didn't mind them until like our prime minister pretty much said when he went over, when our prime minister went over, all hell broke loose, even when Conor McGregor went over as well. Like he thinks that because of the 20, because of the 20%, we can now the right decision would be to leave the EU,
Yeah.
But at the same time, cooler heads must prevail here, It's a complicated situation, but it's we I mean, what do you do? Do you leave a certain constituency, to did you just say, right, let's do this on our own,
Yeah.
Or do you band together and try fight them on all fronts, you know.
Trump would love to break up the EU. He'd love to. You know, I think it's what really.
I mean, I mean, if you look at it this way, I mean, I'm sure Mike Pye would agree with this. Like, I mean, what has the EU ever done, like, for Scotland or like England or Ireland? And the answer is absolutely nothing.
No, nothing that you didn't want. I mean, one thing that gets me that he says that, think about this. Rolls-Royce just opened a plant in the U.S. to keep them happy. How many people can afford a bloody silver cloud?
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is, he says, we don't have any of our Dodge Power Wagons in the EU, in Europe, because the petrol is not subsidized like it is in North America. Nobody could afford it.
Yeah.
You want to drive a monster truck down the Autobahn? You know, the guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
This is like, I can't sell any more camels because there's no deserts. You know, like, what? It's ridiculous. The guy's lost his mind. I think remember he used to say Biden's too old? Trump's almost 80. Listen to the way he talks.
There you go. There's Miss Magpie's answer there.
But anyway,
Ireland was used by the UK during the Brexit as a negotiating tool, then done by both after the vote. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. You know what he said about the USMCA agreement? He said whoever negotiated this with Canada didn't know what he was doing. It was him in 2018. He negotiated and signed the trade deal.
Yeah.
He's oh God. You ever heard him address the WEF? Did you ever hear him address the DOJ? The DOJ I was waiting for, and when I turned 10 years old,
the DOJ was fucking hammered.
It's the guy, he's a joke. Really, he's a joke. But the sad thing is, he's doing whatever he wants to do. Although recently a federal court was ruled, this whole thing where you ship people out, it's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
This comes right. It goes on, Eddie. Because in the 80s, the U.S. Supreme Court kind of like, well, let them deal with constitutional issues. And now they're complaining because they're dealing with constitutional issues. Americans don't even know their own history.
Yeah.
They have no clue. Most of them. Not all of them. A lot of them. But this is my point. I don't care what they do down there. As long as you don't affect the rest of the world. That's my point.
Yeah. These tariffs have destroyed the entire world. And they're not just tariffs, they're like reciprocating tariffs.
Did you know he backed off of what he said? We have a provincial election, snap election, because they wanted a mandate to deal with it. And now Trudeau stepped down as prime minister. So Mark Carney technically can be prime minister, but he called an election. And I thought to myself, you son of a...
Trudeau has stepped. I mean, he was a fucking coward anyway.
He didn't do as well as his father did.
No.
I was alive when his dad dealt with the PR.
Like that's fucking sad. You know that's like what he has done to that, like to Canada. Like it's an absolute disgrace.
Well, it's better than any conservative ever did.
I mean, it's like Michael Martin. You know, same thing. Like him and Harris. You know, like the vice prime minister was a black what you should be more concerned about what Mark Carney is doing. His tit for tat trade war will damage Canada, and he won't win.
What did Magpie say? I should be what? I can't see the end of it.
There you go.
I should be more. Listen, I'm too old to. I don't have to deal with anything. They have to do what I say. I don't.
Yeah, Black Watch for president, by the way. Well, anyway.
The point was, Carney, are you aware what he is? Our new.
I'm not familiar with Carney.
He went to Harvard. He got his PhD in economics. He was the Bank of Canada governor. He was the youngest Bank of Canada governor. He was the only foreign governor of the Bank of England. He was a governor of the World Monetary Fund. And I thought to myself, you son of a bitch, you go down to Washington to see this little bastard, I'll hang you out to dry. Let him sit down there and vegetate. Trump thinks he's holding the court, right? Bring in the jesters from around the world. Fuck you, Trump. Sorry, Eddie, but I'm ooh. Trump can go screw himself or have Elon do it. They're heading into very dangerous territory.
Oh, with these tariffs, they certainly are. Devo.
Yeah. But anyway, I let him just sit down there, write all the executive orders, or do whatever he wants, leave him alone.
He was dyslexic.
Let him screw the country up.
What's that righty? He was governor of Bank of Ireland for years, and he did an amazing job. Okay.
He also has $6.35 million in a blind trust from a previous employer, and they're saying he's a millionaire. Of course he is. Head of the World Monetary Fund, Bank of Countries. I guess he got paid a good buck because he's worth it.
Yeah.
Unlike Trump, that rents hobbles to people and charges them. Then when the DOJ says something to him, he keeps his mouth shut with his dad and takes him to court. Yeah. And they settle out of court. Look at his record. And Trump evades what? 5 times, 6 times with the draft? Because we took draft dodgers. Then his dad got a doctor that lives in one of his dad's buildings to say he's got little spurs in his ankles. But he kept playing basketball and baseball.
Maybe he worked hard for these money Black Watch.
Because of a joke. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, like I say, let him do whatever he wants down there. Let the Americans do whatever they want. I don't care. Are we going to do some music?
Yeah. We're gonna start out with a bit of Chris Stapleton, I think. And we go from there. Because we've done enough of that pish as regards to the speak about Trump and his tariffs.
I didn't any new songs.
The road rolls out like a welcome mat to a better place than the one I'm at. And I ain't got no kind of plan. I've had all of this town I can stand. I got friends out on the coast. You can jump in the water and see what floats. And we've been saving for a rainy day. Let's beat the storm and be on our way. It don't matter to me wherever we are. I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, let's take the chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover, starting over. This might not be an easy time. There's rivers to cross and hills to climb. And some days we might fall apart, and some nights might feel cold and dark. But nobody wins afraid of losing. The hard roads are the ones we're choosing. Someday we'll look back and smile and know it was all worthwhile. It don't matter to me wherever you are, I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover, starting over. It don't matter to me wherever you are, we wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover, starting over.
Have you heard any new tunes recently, Eddie?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody? I haven't heard a darn thing, you know. Mind you, I don't go to, I got rid of 174 subscriptions, right? It took me 3 months to get rid of them because they're just, you know,
Yeah.
the same old, same old, same old. And I don't know. I'm in a bit of a war with my landlord too, but see where that goes. Who was it? Bob Dylan? And the times are a changing. Remember that song? They certainly are. But I hope you get some resolution with your situation. You know, the uncertainty is. But anyway.
Yeah, they don't make songs like that anymore.
No. So reminds me of the 60s. You know what that was like as a teenager, young adult? You know, anti-establishment and protests, and now it's about the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
But they say this is all new. No, it's not.
No, it's been around for years.
But I don't know. What do you think about? Well, you're 3,500 miles away. When you think about it,
Well,
you know.
well, I already gave my opinion. It's just like, I mean, if this tariffs comes in, it'll destroy each and every economy that comes in.
Well,
Like it's, but at the same time, like, what do we do? Do we either like stick it out or um leave the EU entirely and, like, and see what we can do on our own? You know?
but you know what gets me? The way he words it, and Americans buy it. We're going to make countries pay. Who pays that tariff?
We do.
The Americans that buy the product.
No, they got fuck all. Like we like they got probably 10%.
No, say it's a bag of potato chips. Well, the potato chips we send them, when the American guy goes to buy our potato chips, he pays, or she pays the 25%. We don't. It's like I put the tariff on and we're going to get money.
Not too bad, Shirley. How are you, pal?
But anyway, whatever. I don't.
Yeah.
There are some stupid people in this world. There's stupid people in the world.
Crazy people in the world.
And there's them too. You know, but it's...
Well, I mean, what is normal nowadays?
Pardon?
What is normal nowadays?
I don't know. Listen, I sound like I'm putting the Americans down. There's a lot of them that get it. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot that understand it and they see it. And they see the dangers in it. But there's a 77.28 million that are convinced, well, almost, that voted for him. Well, give it another 6 months or something. Only took Hitler 53 days. History, Eddie, history.
No, tell me what.
And it repeats itself.
Eddie, you need a referendum to leave the EU. And the single. Yeah. I see, Magpie. We don't know how this is gonna turn out. Like, what is the right thing to do? You know.
I don't.
But I mean, I think everyone agrees that calmer heads must prevail.
Well, from a Canadian perspective, before the election was called, I think it was called elections April 28th or something. Our automotive industry is going to get hit for sure. They already opened, just to be getting balance, a $2 billion fund in Canada to offset what's going to happen to them. We're already preparing ourselves to deal with it. And we're not going to hurt for it. But anyway, we warming up for another tune?
Another tune. Yeah. We're done with the politics. Let's do a bit of music, bit of fun, you know, a few laughs here and there, etc.
Yeah. How about?
Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. 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 when the day is dawning on a Texas Sunday morning. How I long to be there with Marie, who's waiting for me there. Every lonely city where I hang my hat ain't half as pretty. Where my baby's at? Is this the way to Amarillo? Every night I've been hugging my pillow, dreaming dreams of Amarillo. And sweet Marie who waits for me, show me the way to Amarillo. I've been weeping like a willow, crying over Amarillo. Sweet Marie who waits for me. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. And Marie who waits for me. There's a church bell ringing, hear the song of joy that's it's singing for a sweet Maria, and the guy she's waiting coming to see her. And beyond the highway, there's an open plain, and it keeps me going through the wind and rain. Is this the way to Amarillo? Every night I've been hugging my pillow, dreaming dreams of Amarillo. And sweet Marie who waits for me, show me the way to Amarillo. I've been weeping like a willow, crying over Amarillo. And sweet Marie who waits for me. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. And Marie who waits for me. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. And Marie who waits for me. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. And Marie who waits for me. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. And Marie who waits for me. Yeah, the crowd going a little bit.
I don't think I've heard that one before, but
Yeah, after about 60 years, he's still looking for Amarillo. Yeah, it's one of those situations.
have you heard the one that?
That's a Tony Christie song.
Oh yeah. You know, Citizen Z. He has that Nova.
Oh yeah.
Do you hear the song that got composed for Broke?
I took the piss out of that one. It was funny.
Yeah.
I exposed Nova straight away in the early days. Cheers, Charlie.
But the song he created for Broke Fishing, it's really good. Still Walking Beside Me, called.
Yeah, I heard that one. It was a nice one.
It's really, really surprisingly good, you know. But anyway,
Yeah, just a history lesson on Tony Christie. He's actually an English singer. I thought he was American, but anyway, he was he was a part of the show bands back in the 60s, and
yeah.
after 60 years, he's still looking for Amarillo, you know. So what can you do, you know?
There's one I tried to get.
Hey, Amarillo. I'll give you a big clue. It's in fucking Texas, guys.
Yeah. There's one I tried to get somebody to do, but they won't do it because of the title. There's, I think he's Swedish. His name's Jay Smith. And the title of the song is Goddamn You. Of course, nobody would do it, right? Because they don't like that.
There's good reason for that. It's
No, I understand it, but the whole thing is, Eddie, when you hear it, there's no accent, right? You know what I mean? People, the way they do it, when you know, like a Swedish meatball, when you know, you can't understand the guy. But it's,
yeah. Charlie's at the button.
You can't. But the thing is about, how does the first thing go?
You should have bought a map. He would have been there anyway.
But he's got very, very strong. He came on because I subscribed and he did a live, and I'm going, I can't understand you. You know what I mean? But the whole thing begins with, met the angel of death when I was only 14. The taste of the angel was so bittersweet as only an angel could be. It's the thing is, whoever the character is, fell in love with the girl at 17. And by the time she hit 21, she committed suicide. And it says, now I'm all alone. You know what I mean? So if you really listen to the whole thing, it's a really good song. Jay Smith, goddamn you.
Yeah, it's yeah. I can understand why people that, like, I mean,
You know,
you know about fucking YouTube policies and all this shit. I mean, there's so many fucking rules to it.
But I understand, you know, maybe he could have put damn you, or you know what I mean? He could have, but it fits the whole cycle of the song.
Sure. Here's a funny thing, right? You know the Irish tricolour. Yeah, you know, like for its flag.
Yeah.
That has become racist now.
Yeah.
Like this is what, like, the foreign people that are coming here, they say it's racist.
Yeah.
Like that, like, which is ridiculous, you know. Like if you're coming to this country, you respect their flag.
Yeah.
It's like if I go over there, I respect your flag. I respect like the Scottish flag. I respect the American flag. It doesn't matter. Like if you live in that country, which I did live in Canada for a year. Like, I respected that flag because I was there. Like, I knew the symbolism to it.
I know what you're saying, but you know the funny thing about our flag?
A lot of people, right, fought tooth and nail for our freedom.
Yeah.
100 years ago, that, like, 200 years ago, 300, doesn't matter where it is. You go to a country, you respect that country and its culture.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like that's what these people that like they think, oh well, that's offensive to me. You know what I say to that? And excuse me for saying, but fuck you and your fucking like you respect their country. End of story. Like when we go there, we respect your culture and your country.
I know what you're saying.
Like this fucking woke fucking mob. They drive me absolutely bananas.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Depends how, I know what you're saying. You know, there's not too many countries, and of course the flag is.
There was this guy. He was actually being interviewed by an Irish guy. He was from a Muslim country,
Mm.
like what was it? Indian country, you know. And he was like, he actually relished the fact that he was gay. He was having more than us, you know. He got more than us, you know.
Yeah.
Not anymore. In the UK, I can't fly an English flag. Yeah, people are flying Hamas one and the third. You should tell them to fuck off. Like if they're coming to your country, tell them to fuck off. It's your country. You know what I mean, my boy.
I don't know anymore.
Morning, bro. How are you?
So much doesn't make sense anymore, Eddie. Things that were tradition, honor, you know, things came through the centuries. It's all gone to some. You know what I mean? And I think this is why people don't like Trump. The whole thing of the United States is the Constitution. That's what all of them look to, and he's breaking it.
A Christian country and being a Christian is offensive. They are trying to cancel Easter. Well, again, they should be told to fuck off.
Yeah.
Respect the culture or fuck off out.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
That's what. See, Canada, I don't know. They always say we're so polite or this and that, but it was across the board.
Oh, you have a few fucking bad eggs over there. Let's be honest there.
Oh, we do. There's no doubt. There's not. I often say to anybody in the United States that's been there a while, they're not like 30, 40 years old. Do you know about our Prime Minister, Brian Mulroney? They have no clue. That's been removed from the internet. And he was involved with Omri Schreiber, a German arms dealer, and Germany wanted him back badly. There was envelopes of $1,000 bills. And he went to the States. He went down there. Recently died, the son of a bitch. Good, I hope he's dead. He's a disgrace to us.
You say unalived, by the way.
Yeah, they say, well, that was after he stepped down. He used his influence. It was a disgrace to Canada. Oh, yes, we have bad ones, Eddie.
I agree 100%, Eddie. Come to the UK, but come legally and respect our people. Yeah, absolutely. Like they should respect the culture. End of story.
Yeah.
They should respect the culture. If you, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only, the incomprehensible frog fishing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God. It's just broke. How you guys doing?
I'll go broke. How are you, pal?
Pretty good. I made it through Kid Fiston's birthday.
Ah, good. He had a good birthday anyway.
Yeah, he had a really good birthday. Made me feel old. You know how that goes.
Yeah, as you do. You're a dad. It happens, you know.
Yeah,
One of those.
at least once a year, every year, he makes me feel old. It's like, wait a minute. You were just 5.
I remember back in the day when you used to have a walking stick.
How you doing, Blackwatch?
I'm making something to eat. I'll be there in a second.
You're up in the middle of the day, Eddie. What's going on?
Yeah, I just said it's actually the evening here. Like
Oh, that's right.
yeah, we're 8 hours in front of you, as you know. Yeah, we last weekend we had our springing forward, shall we say. We had a springing forward weekend. Oh, there's the Kaz man is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The handsome motherfucking bastard.
I just read something the other day about New
The
Year's
handsome
use.
monkey himself.
I just read a thing the other day that New Year's actually used to be April 1st, and then it got changed by the monarchy, and that's how we came up with April Fool's Day. I'm like, okay, sounds right, sounds good, but
Yeah,
you put it out that they
that's
put it.
actually my sister's my like I'm like there's three siblings and like the middle one, like the middle one of the three. I have two older sisters, and the middle one and the youngest of the two sisters, like it's basically like it was her birthday 2 days ago. So
Yeah, I'm just like, April 2nd. I did the right thing. I woke his ass up at 3:10 a.m. when he came out, so he'll never get
you
away
usually
with
do
that.
that anyway, don't you, bro?
I told him it wasn't his birthday, but at 3:10 I steamrolled him and woke him up.
Yeah. How's the cows, man? How are we doing? But anyway, how are you doing, broke? Anyway,
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm past that point. Today's the 3rd. I got to do some paperwork and pay the corporations to allow me to have power and phone and internet. But otherwise, I'm okay.
good stuff. Yeah, we were just discussing about like just to get you all up to speed. Like we were discussing Trump's tariffs, what he's hitting the EU with, or the European Union with. He's hitting us with 20%, and if that happens, it's gonna be like big trouble for us. Like the Val Kilmer RIP. And I was talking about my legal issues and my social welfare issues as well.
I seen something come out of Ireland the other day. Some illegal tried to grab some lady's kid, and she had to physically fight him.
Yeah. Hey, Latoya, good to see you.
But we're not the only ones that have tariffs out. People keep forgetting it's a two-way street. There is tariffs on
No,
American goods
nobody
going
wins
to
in tariffs.
other country.
Nobody wins in tariffs.
No, nobody does. But everybody's acting like we're the only ones that have tariffs. Is all I'm pointing out.
Yeah.
No,
American goods leaving America have tariffs on them and have had tariffs on them for a long, long time.
Yeah.
tariffs preceded income tax. The turn of 1900s, tariffs came in. They're forever here.
Yeah.
And then we had a few songs, but that's about it.
Yeah.
We, yeah.
Yeah, Val Kilmer. Oh my God,
Yeah.
died of pneumonia.
Yeah. Very
That-
sad. Like he was an absolute legend. Like I don't know whether you like I've like the. I mean, of course, the Top Gun Maverick. He played a cameo role on that, and then like the
Doc Holliday in Tombstone. He did really good in
Doc
Doc
Holliday.
in Tombstone.
Oh, he was an absolute like he actually made that movie. He actually made that movie what it was. It's like it's like he was phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
like it was.
It's a bummer he died at 65 of ammonia. I
Yeah.
mean, ammonia, something that
When I heard first, I thought it was throat cancer, but like because I know he was having problems with that, and then pneumonia took over.
yeah, it's a
Very very
when
very.
I heard it on April 1st, I was like, "Oh, come on, this is not a funny April Fool's joke." And then I went and checked and seen his daughter's statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very 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 sad for. Like he was like he was Batman. He was
Yeah.
he was like he was Kit in the series, like the latest series of Knight Rider. He was the voice of Kit, and of course like the counterpart to Kit was played by Peter Cummings, who was like he he was I mean Peter Cummings is an absolute legend. He played Optimus Prime, but yeah, very sad.
He was in The Outsiders, The Slab Boys with Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did the after school specials.
Top Gun. He was in Top Gun, Tombstone, and Batman.
Yeah.
Real Genius, Blue Velvet. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, it was a sad loss, but he did well to last so long with the repeated bouts of cancer. His immune system would have been very low. Yeah, absolutely. Immigrants have been attacking women and farms of Ireland for years. People are finding out because the Irish are fighting back. Yeah, 100%.
Or one that most people don't even think of, The Man Who Broke 1,000 Chains.
He was in another movie called Heat.
Yep.
That was a great movie.
He was
Oh, yeah.
in the door. He played what's his name in The Doors.
Jim Morrison.
Yep, that's the guy.
Yeah, he did quite well. Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah. He was a good actor.
Peter Cull.
Wasn't he Iceman? Top Gun.
Yeah, Iceman.
Iceman.
You mentioned that.
Tombstone.
Yeah, he did. Did Tombstone have an okay corral scene shootout?
Yeah, it had the shootout, but I don't know. I that's the only part of the movie I had a little trouble with because I used to live 15 miles from Tombstone and go there like every other day to go see my buddy who lived in Tombstone, and that's where the story they should have portrayed where the OK Corral was, and the size of the area was not as big as they portrayed in the movies.
Remember when Rod Serling put that into a Twilight Zone thing? No, you probably weren't around when Rod Serling did that.
Uh-oh, I'll shut up.
The young ones, darling, with the young ones, and the young ones shouldn't be afraid to live love while the flame is strong, 'cause we may not be the young ones very long. Tomorrow, why wait until tomorrow? 'Cause tomorrow sometimes never comes. So love me, there's a song to be sung, and the best time to sing it is while we're young. Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you, you need me. Oh, my darling, can't you see? Young dreams shouldn't be dreamed together, and young hearts shouldn't be afraid. And someday, when the years have flown, darling, then we'll teach the young ones of our own. Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you, me. Oh, my darling, can't you see? Young dreams should be dreamed together, and young hearts shouldn't be afraid. And someday, while the years have flown, darling, then we'll teach the young ones of our own.
Haven't heard that in like forever.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Well, thank you, Eddie.
No problemo.
Hmm. Wait a minute, Val Kilmer was only 65?
He was
65.
Yeah, 65. That's what I heard.
64 or 65? No, I'm not.
65.
65.
I always thought we were about the same age, or he's a little bit older. I don't know why. Take my breath away.
You always think of Top Gun when you think of him, don't you? Hey, Silver Girl.
Hey, Silver Girl. You're up early.
He did Tombstone in that real well, but I mean, that's the first. Actually, I don't think Top Gun was that good a movie. Pretty campy, don't you think?
It's actually based on a true story.
Oh, Miramar and the whole top. I get it, but it is a little bit, I don't know, out there. Fanciful.
Well, a lot of movies are based on true stories, but a lot of them leave the true story right behind and keep going.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was, yeah.
We watched one the other day based on a true story, and I swear the only part when we looked it up, the only part in the movie that was a true story was the person the story was about. The rest of it matched nothing with the guy's biography we read later.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, his name and where they were at. The rest of it.
Well, I really enjoyed Braveheart, but talk about historical compression. Remember the French princess that Longshanks was supposed to, going to get married? Historically, at that time, she was 9 years old and was still in France. Nobody wore kilts. But if you were to do it, how would you do it without having an 8-hour movie? I thought it was quite well done.
Have more than one part?
No, there was only the one movie, but it was super compressed. Longshanks, remember the thing where they're drawing quarter? Freedom, and Longshanks died. He didn't die until almost 20 years later. It's very compressed timeline. But how else would you do it, in 2 hours, a 3-hour movie? It was a good movie, I thought.
Yeah, you too, Miss Magpie. Go to say it. Thanks for coming in.
So how are you doing, or are you gone as far as getting by, budget and time and paying the bills.
Who's that, the broker or myself?
Sorry, I was checking an email.
No, just saying day to day getting by, getting more and more difficult here.
Oh, yeah. What I have left after bills and dog food and kid food isn't much as it was
No,
4 years ago.
no. There's a big thing about egg prices, but correct me if I'm wrong. The bird flu thing down there had a real impact because they were wiping out flocks of birds. So you
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, but the price of eggs worldwide is not matching the price of eggs in the US. And some people are stupid, not understanding that their friend that has chickens and all that,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
offers
what's
them
it
some.
like, $15 or something?
I haven't priced eggs in a while. If I want eggs, I'll have somebody else cook them.
Yeah.
Trump says
Yeah,
the price.
no wonder you didn't know them for Pancake Tuesday, but anyway. Or Shrove Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, so I don't know. I think what they're doing, wiping out
Or even do them for Easter.
wiping out
I
whole
wouldn't even-
buildings of chickens over one chicken being found with maybe it tested positive for bird flu. We'll get rid of that one and hit the rest with.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's just not matching everywhere else. I seen a thing about on YouTube about the price of eggs around the world. Was it YouTube? I think it was.
Yeah, I don't even know where it is here. I think it's something like 250, I think.
Yeah, I didn't see Ireland, but I did see Scotland, the UK. Everywhere else it's about $2, maybe $3 the most is what I seen.
Not up here for a while. I think now it's a flat of 30 is around $9.40.
Yeah, that's still not what they're trying to hit some people with for prices down here.
No. That's when it came down. It was up there. And interesting, I get baking. I get the use of it. But what if everybody quit having eggs for breakfast? Would that, cripple the health of the world? I don't know. Eggs go into a lot of things. But say just eggs, that you cook.
Well, certainly poultry, like it's a
Well,
precious commodity. Like.
you notice there's not a shortage in chicken meat.
No.
Yeah. And that's probably the most high price item there is, like chicken,
Chicken's normally pretty darn reasonable over here, but
yeah, I think it's something like 12 euro here. Like it's pretty high. It's pretty high. Meat in general, like it would be, especially red meat, like it's very high priced over here.
yeah.
Always was
But you have a lot less meat cattle running around than we do.
well, you'd be surprised. Like outside, like this county, it's there's more. Like there's a farming industry, outside of this is only the main city, but everywhere else is kind of towns,
Yeah.
like on farming communities. You know.
Everybody was saying something about the cattle, and I'm like seeing more cattle now than I've seen in the past few years. They're actually fields that normally didn't have cows in them now have a whole herd in them.
Oh, there always was. Like, enjoy your playing and singing. Hip, hip. Cheers, Charlie. Take care. I think he's doing his live. I think. But yeah. Thanks for coming in, Charlie. Well, yeah, it's yeah. There always was kind of quite a high volume of poultry around. You know, like I mean, it's kind of died off since the avian flu and all that.
Yeah,
Generally in Canada, meat per se, which is beef, not poultry, you can't afford. The average, more or less like us, bro, you can't afford it. I can't afford it. I'm lucky that I can afford 2 things of lunch meat. Yeah. 3/8 2-sided, that's $16. $16 to $18.
well, I try to keep kid fishing on a soy-free diet
Yeah.
for reasons. But yesterday I went to go find him treats and all. We went into town. I decided, what the hell, I'm just gonna splurge. Every single thing you would consider a treat for a kid, like honey buns, wafer cookies, and all that, every single thing had soy in it. I'm like, what the hell? It's getting worse. I have to literally hunt to find stuff without soy in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, see a lot of people is into the health craze now.
For me, it's not a health craze. It's what soy does in the human body, and you shouldn't be
No,
giving
no,
me.
like you know what I'm saying. It's quite like the health end of it is kind of like pushed more.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's this. I listened to Coast to Coast.
Hmm.
There's this doctor that goes on Coast to Coast. I've caught him quite a few places, but he's talking about the vegetables and all that. The food we grow doesn't have the nutrition in it that it had the same stuff growing in the early 1900s.
Yeah,
The grounds worldwide are depleted. It's crazy, but enough of that.
yeah.
I mean, when you look at it, kids, male or female, they need iron, they need blood, they need, meat, not
And you,
soy, not
and
soy and tofu and all that crap.
I know you got to give kids supplemental vitamins now, mandatory, just for them to get what we got as kids in our food.
Yeah. But it was always that, like I didn't care for the taste, but I got used to it. Liver and onions, because it was based on giving you iron.
Oh yeah, I haven't had liver in a long time.
It took me a long time to get, to the point I liked it.
Mm.
Liver and onions. Oh, not too much of it, but it is good.
I can eat it. I just not one of my favorites.
No,
Yeah.
beef liver, that is.
If I'm gonna, I'll buy something different.
So anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle over here, and like it's been great to talk to you again, and I'll catch you on the next cartoon. I want to thank Lee for coming in. Get yourself, Black Watch, and Broke.
Okay.
And thank you everyone for coming into the chat, and I'll catch you next time. See you later, guys.
See you later. Thanks for having me up.